Providence. The Profaned Goddess is a post-Moonlord boss fight, either in the Hallow or the Underworld biomes. Defeating Providence will provide the player with the Divine Geodes as well as the Rune of Kos, which is used to summon the Sentinels of the Devourer. The boss item states, an Evercourt surrounded by stone and flame, a simple origin and a simple goal. What would have become us had she not been defeated in a frightening concept to consider. This is the second boss you'll fight in hard mode after Moonlord, in which you'll need to fight the previous boss to get the summoning item for this boss, which is Profaned Core. Where is it? This will be dropped from the Guardians, the Profaned Guardians. And you won't have any really new armor by then from post-Moonlord. So you want to use Solar Flare armor since this is a melee guide. If you know how to, if you can try and follow this as a ranger, even though there'll be no ranger weapons, it's shown, go for it, but you just need to use your different armor types. Weapons you want to use, there's a large variety, and these are some of the coolest weapons that you can get. Some of them are Devastation. It's interesting, not the coolest. Sword Explosion, my personal favorite cosmetic wise. Solstice Claymore, kind of boring. Terraria, no way someone actually uses this weapon to fight this boss. Almost Lance, extremely boring. Solar Striker, even more boring. Arc Elements, my personal favorite weapon at this stage of the game. And the Elemental Shiv, boring. It's a quick shiv. I don't recommend using this, but it's up there. It's not that good when you're trying to actually hit your shots. Accessory wise, there's a couple accessories you don't use. Instead of Shield of Cthulhu, in which you still can use, but the Asgard's Veiler is recommended because it gives you a bunch of extra buffs. Absorber, you can read all that real quick. You can pause. Worm Scarf, you should know what that is. Community, you're free to look at this by pausing. Amulet, read that by pausing. You can read all these by pausing. Celestial Shell. And for the wing choice, you can use Solar Wings or the Seraph Tracers. I'm going to be using Seraph Tracers as they're just better overall compared to the stupid Solar Wings. Except for flight time. Okay, to start the fight, you're going to need the Profaned Core, which I explained to you earlier, which drops from the Profaned Guardians. Those are summoned by the Profaned Shard. I won't be showing you how to beat that boss. It's pretty simple. You use the same weapons for the boss. It's much easier than Providence. Potions, same as always. Potions, greater healing potions. You want to use Life Force, Endurance, Swiftness, Rage, Thorns, Iron Skin, Inferno, and Regen. I'll have this. Okay. To begin the fight, you can start it at day or night, but it is recommended that you do it at daytime. Set it to day. Okay. Now, you don't need an arena too big, but you want to have a lot of space to move around. You may, if you want to, you can put honey in bubbles. I'm not going to. You make your arena as good as you want, but I'm not too focused on maxing my arena. If you want to, you can put menacing or warding, depending if you want to be defensive or offensive. Since you have a bunch of defensive buffs, I recommend putting menacing because it boosts your damage by 4% for each accessory. Since you beat Moonlord, you'll get an extra accessory slot too. To begin the fight, it's recommended you do it in daytime, or the boss will be increasingly much more difficult during the nighttime. To begin the fight, you want to be on the Hallow or the Underworld to start the fight. Now summon the giant core of some sort, whatever this is. Again, forgot to turn this off. Buff. And you see I'm doing a decent amount of damage. This boss is a must if you do want to progress. This boss is much easier to fight in the Hallow than it is in Underworld, but there's some items you need from the Underworld once from killing it, because they'll drop different items depending on where you kill it at. I'm gonna speed this up. Okay, at this point, there will be little small guardians that pop up if you need to kill these to continue the boss fight. Annoying without proper gear, but I assure you can do it. This fight is definitely easier with more people, and if you need to, you can put a nurse as well. And there you go. Boss has been defeated, and now it's time to move on to the Sentinels. Upon defeat, you'll receive a variety of items, but there's a 100% chance drop of the Rune of Kos, which is used to fight the Sentinels. There's 3 different Sentinels you want to fight, which I will not be covering, as you'll fight them again against the Devourer. It's simple, and you use the same gear to get to that fight. You'll be using the fight until you beat all 3 Sentinels, and then you'll finally meet the Devourer, which will be summoned with a different item. I'll be explaining how to do that in the next video. And yeah, that's it. Have a good rest of your day, I guess.